Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. Hi, Gorge, and thank you, Jeff. So it doesn't usually coincide that I'm streaming at the same time as Jeff, kind of amusingly, but I hope he's enjoying FF9. Well, I hope you're enjoying FF9 if you're somehow listening to this, Jeff. I mean, bless you for still coming into a stream, Jeff, when you're streaming yourself. Oh, nice lad. But yeah, well, I can stick the in-game audio on now. How are you today, Gorge? Are you about to start your first week of A-levels, basically, then, or was it just kind of the setup for that this past week, Gorge? Do let me know. Right, so thankfully I know where I need to go next. There we are. I somewhat know where I need to go next. It is sort of a case of, will I know after that? Because I don't know if the structure of this game, it takes quite an odd direction at some point. But I think we're, between streams I was able to figure it out, thankfully. I don't know what these streams are. These look a little, I assume not terribly wholesome activities are going on in those. God. It was for a second and a minute, man. And you were saying it'd be funny to ground pound the dog. I couldn't have that. It's okay. You'll be alright. You did this. Oh, so you've done the induction day. Nice. You sound like you're quite eager for it, which is really cool. I hope you do enjoy it. Ooh, here we are. So I'm back at the start of the game then. Oh, wow. Oh, here we are. So this might be how we get to... Oh, bless you, Jeff. Oh my... He's doing shout-outs while he's streaming. Oh my lord, Jeff. Bless you, man. Oh, I can't believe he's doing that. Yeah, you sound like you're quite keen to go back. Fair play, So I'm gonna put, there you go. I've got Jeff's stream on, Cricket. Alright, Cricket. There you go, I've got, on the Steam overlay, when I press Shift and Tab, I've got Jeff's stream there with chat. There we are. How are you doing, Cricket? Thank you for coming in. Well, that's the thing. So you're actually going into the college, or sorry, not college. So you're going to sixth form, aren't you, in school? Is Armour doing that as well, then? Because Armour just did GCSEs as well, didn't they? Here we are with quite a pair of true sight. Lest the mind can be expanded. How can we expand a warm cup of Astral Tea? Wow, good game that Astral Tea. Good switch, kid. Good switch game. Oh, he needs Astral Leaves. Oh, there we are. Yeah, this is going to be full of, this is like Zelda Oracle of Ages on Game Boy Color. Well, I think you'd go between 500 years previous and 500 years in the future. And there'd be a lot of, oh, this thing we want to grow. This thing we want to grow. Oh, nice! So, no, I know it's find a flower bed. But yeah, full of that kind of, I quite like that kind of puzzle as well. It's a nice, oh, actually, let's go back. Yeah, let's go back in 16-bit mode. There we are, nice. It wasn't that long ago we actually, there's a little bit of, I guess puzzle solving, but, maybe more so trying to get you to re-jog your memory of being like, there's a point where characters were very explicitly talking about flower beds, so... Yeah, we're going to use the Trolls flower patch, which would be really useful, kind of a... Oh, we'll take that. Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine who Oh, it was Captain Drake, actually, who you played Fall Guys with yesterday as well, gosh. And he was saying he did find the backtracking on this got a bit obnoxious. We'll see how we fare on that. I haven't really minded it so far. The game is like pretty generous, like amount of war points and whatnot. Maybe not a huge amount, but well, yeah. Oh, have you not seen this, Cricket? We're in 16-bit mode now. At some point in the game, you just kind of go into 16-bit mode, and that in this game is like 500 years in the future, which is not completely directly transferable to the amount of years between the 8 and 16-bit generations. But yeah, see, here you go. So that's us going 500 years in the past there, basically. And actually, we'll want to stay in the past for where we're going as well. Because we need to plant, so we're trying to make a particular kind of tea, apparently. So we need to plant a seed that will grow very specific tree leaves. Or grow, that will lead to a tree leaf sprouting. A tea leaf sprouting, oh my god, wow. But that's going to take 500 years to grow, so basically we're going to go do that in 8-bit form. And then, we'll go back to 16-bit form. Hi guys, yeah, no problem at all. I realise it's when like you've got multiple of us streaming, and Jeff streams probably less often than me because bless him being busy with work. So I definitely understand people tuning into Jeff at the moment. But thank you guys so much. And no worries at all, as I say. It's we're probably going to be on for a couple of hours, I think. So relatively shorter stream, which is still quite long, really, right? Yeah, those who've just come in, you haven't missed too much. Basically, we've gotten some seeds to make a tree. I keep saying tree leaf. a plant that's going to sprout tea, astral tea specifically. Yeah, we're trying to make tea basically, but it's going to take 500 years. So, so given that, we have to those lovely mountain trolls who helped us so much. Wait, was that up here? Yeah, it was up here. Yeah. But I don't think we're going to see them directly, unfortunately, but we are going to make use of their flower beds. They so graciously, Oh no, Jittery, no, look! I forgot about this. Yeah. I don't think we've got every ability, so hopefully we can save them, but... Yeah, still can't do anything about that yet. We planted, yes, yeah. We're about to. The game was sort of like, oh, wink, wink, if only you had a flower bed to plant that. And I definitely, it definitely stuck to mind one particular area with a flower bed. Might have been some memorable characters there, I don't know. Oh, we will do, Jerry, hopefully. That does break my heart. It's a shame because we can glide, but there's no way the length of that lava pool, it's not happening, unfortunately. Good point. Shouts on. Oh, were you talking about Among Us? Yeah, I've seen so much buzz for that game. I know not Jittery. I know Super was playing that a few weeks back, and that seems to be like the other big game with cutesy little blob characters with online that's really popular now, alongside another very obvious one. Armor. I certainly would have tried, fella. Right, there we go, so... It'll take a long time. Oh, wait, oh, sorry, I've been daft. I need to go. Yes, I've gone up here in 16-bit mode. I was too busy talking about GameStar and Blob people. Oh, no! Oh, no. Yeah. Let's try that again, shall we? We can at least get this cool out, which I don't think we could have gotten this in 16-bit modes. God, this is gonna be... I'm gonna cut this fine, aren't we? So... Ooh. Oh, no! Damn it! Oh, that's a tricky... maybe I should just, maybe I should go into glider mode at some point there, but... yeah, this might take a few tries. Right, so... There we are. Oh, it did take a few tries, technically. Hello, Gooby! Hello, thank you for coming in. How are you doing today, Gooby? How's your weekend been? Thank you so much for coming in. We're gonna go plant some, we're gonna try and make some tea. Shame I'm not drinking tea in this, actually. Close enough. Do you think Jeff would be a great imposter? Oh, yeah. I already know the basic premise of Among Us, but it is about, I get, you know those games like Werewolf, or like that kind of card group game where, or, you know, that kind of thing where someone's sort of a secret spy, or, well, werewolf. Hence the name. Is that what it kind of is, basically, Among Us? It's also only like £4, isn't it? So it's, yeah, I can't really say no to that. It's, yeah, I'll happily pick that up. You can have quite a few players on it as well, right? So, yeah, there we go, Arma, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the very, surprisingly, honestly, contentious issue of letter grading. Actually, that idea escaped me for a bit. Graded letters with letters. Does that get? Because like S is a rank S, isn't it? Oh my lord! God, you gotta have a good head for this, haven't you? Right, here we are. We do have to ask the trolls for permission to use their flower bed. But as you can see, they are quite friendly with us now, so it's all good. Blaze a corner of your flower bed. Mix. It's, I guess that works as a supplement for men, doesn't it? Mix. I quite like that. These two are such wholesome masculinity, these two trolls. They remind me of those two gym partners in, the FF7 remake, Gooby, funny enough. Well, I've seen of it anyway. Yeah, well, Jerry, I'll say I have no poker face at all. I can't lie for the life of me. So I like that kind of game, but I do also find it stressful, and I don't completely fancy my chances on it. But I certainly like to play. I do find that kind of thing quite funny. That'd be amazing if we could get like 8 of us, like in a friend game and whatnot. Right, that's another big thing we need to do on this. We really need to save the poor dragon there, don't we? Oh, but for those that didn't see it, the dragon's like... I think I don't think their head was frozen, so I think they could still talk to us, but... The rest of the poor dragon, who aspired to be a butler as well, kind of curiously. Oh, we do need to save him. There's a lot of cute creatures we need to save in this, actually. But yeah, so now we've, let's go into the future. You like their, Gooby. Oh, there's some really funny animations with those two. They were like a wrestling tag team, because we did fight them initially. And they would like tag the other one in like it was like a wrestling match or like a Tekken tag tournament or similar. It was so funny. And one weird trend in this game is you often end up, you kind of part with some of the bosses you defeat on good terms, which is quite nice. Not always. I mean, there was one who was sort of like, oh no, it's okay, and then was shown to be very upset after that. Because we did destroy their really nice digging machine. So the emotions have run high on this. Hello, Ados. Hello. Oh, Jittery. Jittery remembers Manfred the Dragon. Hi, Ados. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, look. There we go. We got some nice tree. I keep wanting to say tree. We got some nice tea leaves. There we are. So we just take that back to the beginning of the game, basically. There is quite a lot of like zipping all over the map in this, but I generally don't mind too much, at least for now. I think what I might do... Yeah, shall I? I might be about to waste a lot of time here, but there's in the middle of the map there's like a portal thing I'm really hoping we can access. Yeah, how are you today, Ada? So you streaming later? That was such a fun one you did last night, Ada. I'm so glad you did get your Sims 4 save data back as well, right, Ada? So you got Egg Palace. The beloved Palace of Protein is still safe. Yeah, that's so funny, Gooby. I think I mean that's just Asper doing it of his own accord, at least as far as I know. Sorry, I'm quite behind on chat. Let's have a quick. And yeah, those were good games last night, Fall Guys. Yeah, God, it was a sad note to end it on, though. We had a server disconnect. There's definitely less common on Fall Guys these days, aren't they? But we're still getting them here and there, unfortunately. And sorry, God, you explained as well. So there's 2 imposters in Among Us. Everyone has to do tasks. The imposters can't do tasks and can travel in vent. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, wow. So it's actually quite... That's a game that's belied by its cute aesthetic, isn't it? It's if you're outright killing other players. That's so funny, though. That's such a... That's basically like The Fin, isn't it? Or a number of slasher films. Just picturing like a scene where they got like that Petri dish they all have to... like that really kind of specifically scientific method they use in The Fin. To figure out who's the horrible alien monster. Yeah, that sounds hilarious. Like, I would not be very good at it. So everyone stays muted except for discussions on... Oh, wow. God, that is clever. So is that via text chat, or can you do voice chat? I suppose voice chat would be the ideal, wouldn't it? Ooh, hey, there's, I'm gonna actually bookmark that. Booze and cheese, is it? Let's have a look. Booze and cheese. I love cheese, but I'm not that... Wait, no, I have had balls and cheese. What am I on about? As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah. No, that's lovely. Yeah, I haven't had it in a while. I need to amend that. But yeah, I love anything garlic flavored is going to go fine by me. That's why I put garlic in this coffee. Yeah, I suppose so, guys. Although the way it kind of mutes like that, is there like a specific reason for that? Because that's kind of how the game works. So I've just replied to Pasty's Light One, who I just messaged. There we are. Yeah, you haven't had it. Yeah, I think I was having some last Christmas, actually. My brother's keen on cheese, so there were a lot of post-meal cheese boards. I do like cheese as a dessert. You got like this little cheese platter, or in kind of it works quite well for like tapas, doesn't it? When you've got a few pots of oh, I really want cheese now. I just had a salad, which I always, despite the seemingly healthy nature of that, having salad so often, I do put like a dump truck of grated cheddar onto them. Which, and I think I'm just convincing myself, like, nah, still healthy. Don't know if I need to watch that, but you can't blame me, right? I know cheddar's not like the most exciting cheese, but it does mix well really nicely. Like that. Hello, Cheap Cheap. Thank you so much for coming out. Ooh, I was getting attacked when I'm trying to greet people. How are you doing, Cheap Cheap? Thank you for coming in. You've been playing any more Fall Guys, Cheap Cheap? I've still been on it a lot, and I've been desperately trying to get crowns on it for a lot of the costumes. And for those who didn't see, they just did the Chell costume, right, of Chell from Portal, and I only just about saved up enough crowns for that to get both halves. And they've immediately gone into another costume on Fall Guys that costs 5 crowns per each half of it, because it's another guest character. It's a sentient banana. The costume is all from a really cool little 2D shooter and platformer, my friend Pedro. So it's cool they've done that, but they've done that right after this one, so it's sort of like, oh, we need to get 10 wins in 3 days if we want that. And I think that's where I'm sort of like, you know, let's not stress ourselves out too much trying to get that many wins in a few days. It doesn't matter that much. It'd be nice to have, but it is quite funny because the banana costume that it is, they've got a very derpy, slightly smiling expression. It reminds me of Ditto, actually. Yeah, it looks like a Ditto imitating a banana. That same kind of derpy expression. God, we are going up high here. I really hope we can... Yeah, I hope we can get to that portal there. Yeah, I wish me luck on that. Because otherwise we wouldn't have completely wasted our time because we are trying to raise money, but... Oh god, bless you. I don't know, man. They're not coming that often these days because... partly because of all the games we've had to quit out of because of hackers. But I think competition is generally quite high on them these days. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it so much. Oh, let's get the Sonic joke. Let's get the Sonic joke on. Trust me, Cheap. This will be 100% worth it. Top to bottom hilarity? If we get honey from a bee, what do we get from wasps? We get honey from a bee, so what do we get from wasps? We get wasp berry jam. You get wasp berry jam from wasps. That's probably one of the better ones as well. Those reactions. Yeah, I'm... Well, because you get... because it's got wasp in the name. Please don't make me go on the joke side. I really don't want to. Oh dear. Yeah. I desperately hope that was worth the banana cost. If you demand a banana refund, you won't have been the first one to demand it. For what that's worth. Oh, okay, there we are. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I knew keeping that around, like, deep in the cupboard for 25 years, or whatever it was worth it. And yeah, believe it or not, occasionally there is a joke in there where maybe it's a Sonic character telling it, or maybe they might even be able to get a Sonic aspect to the joke. Damn it. Not usually, though. Not usually. It's giving you some food for fun. See, I like that pun better. Yeah. I mean, puns are very welcome around here, so I can't pretend we're above bits of cheesy humor. But yeah. Oh, there's cooldown on kills if you're an imposter in Among Us, so if there's multiple people in the room. Ah, okay, gosh. It definitely sounds like the kind of game you have to kind of learn a bit, don't you? Oh yeah, Adis, I really want that. What was the cheese called again? That's why I couldn't remember, because I always forget the name. Oh, Borson cheese, yeah. Yeah, I just anything I can put garlic in, I always do, so yeah, garlic and cheese is a beautiful, maybe not beautiful for one's breath, but as long as you don't stand too close to anyone after having it, I guess. Okay. Oh no! Damn it. I think that's part of the I suspect if I do get past this bit, I just want to activate a portal up higher up in this area. But they've clearly made this harder in the 16-bit, like, future mode we're in at the moment. Yeah, it's one of those tough sections where if you die, you do have to... Oh, nice! Alright, you're gonna have to clarify. Do you want a garlic clove and cheese, or do you want that garlic cheese Borzin that Adis said? I'd be down for either, although maybe cook the garlic, I guess. Guess that would be ideal. Oh, damn it. This is gonna take us a few tries. Ah! Cheap. Oh dear. Magnificent. Someone help me come up with a goat's cheese pun. I'm trying so hard to get there. It's not immediately hitting. Oh, nice. That is the easier one to, or the quicker one to do, so I appreciate that armor. Let's see if I can... Oh, damn it. Why did the... I was expecting the little flying wavy enemy, because I think we do have to rely on them for that bit. Even though maybe I need to be using the grapple hook a bit more, but... I hope this isn't a welcome to the next half an hour while I'm on this section. Oh, goopy. I really want to follow the cheese train, but my cheese knowledge is... Like, I love cheese, but I'm just sort of... I think it might be how I, like, approach my Spotify playlist, where there's a lot of bands on there I love, but... Sometimes I know them more just by hearing the song than I do the... So I'm saying that electronic music is like cheese, basically. Complete 100% match, yeah. Yeah, without question. Electronic cheese. Oh god, Gooby. When I say Paris the Fool, I mean that in a good way, if that makes sense. I need electronic cheese. All those nutritious wire split ends coming out of it, yeah. Beautiful. Oh, I really fancy that. This is, as I say, this is helping me feel less bad about... Like, I can't exaggerate how... Like, you know, I get the grater out, I get the cheddar... Actually, let's not imitate me moving my hand up and down, shall we? Let's just say when I get the grater, I do so much cheese. I can't. Yeah, I'm so glad I caught that, Gooby. I was like, oh no. Let's not provide that gifable. That's fine, carry on. I'm happy to provide GIF material to a pointer, Goofy. I don't want to get in trouble on Twitch. Oh dear. I don't know how well the argument's off. No, I was just minding grating cheese. It was so innocuous, honest gov. I don't know how much that would exonerate me. Oh dear. Right. Yeah, I tell you what, let's get the garlic cheese out, shall we? That would be good as a body redeem, actually, wouldn't it? Just actual IRL cheese. IRL food just in general. Just plopping it down there and having it lose its freshness over the course of a whole stream. Thank you, Koopy. I hope so. I would hope I would get that. I mean, you could even do that defense while giggling. It'd be okay. Because it would be very funny, that situation, to be fair. Believe it or not, no one has actually uploaded an image of meatballs and cheese on a transparent background. So I can't incredibly convincingly make it look like I've actually got a platter here. So we're gonna go for the billboard. Sorry, the buddy I'm changing that to was the Jeff's head on a Charizard. Making the perfect comical facial expressions. It really caught me off guard. What's that? Vertical? Yeah, there we are. As I say, one of my favourite things about this stupid buddy redeem thing we do. So oh, do we? If I Google garlic chives, I'm so happy to help. Oh wow, this, okay, I found a very... Well, that's garlic... That's like the cheesiest garlic bread you've ever seen in your life, what I'm looking at. I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay, it having the bread aspect to it. I hope that's not heinous. In any way. You'll see what I mean now, just look at that. Oh, I want that so bad. Oh god. Let me move myself to the side a little bit. I have to slowly accommodate as it gets more crowded around here as well. I hope that's okay. I hope that's okay, yeah, Jerry. That's what I love about it, Groupie. Because it is, I remember Armor coming at once, and bless him, I mean, he was like trying to figure out what the link between all four of them, because they were just such disparate, at least there is like a theme to these. There isn't always. Yeah, that is true. That is true, it is. Yeah, I haven't like stuck them there very gracefully, but rest assured it does now smell very bad in here. Well, very nice, but it doesn't smell like aroma you... I don't know, maybe garlic cheese deodorant. Oh my goodness, Jerry! Oh, someone's got a lot of bananas to us. Korean cream cheese garlic bread. Well, I typed in garlic bread. So, I hope that isn't like someone's name, but I'm gonna get that linked in. Korean cream cheese garlic bread. Oh, that looks very nice, actually. Yeah, let's get one of those. I hope no one's, I hope you've all eaten recently, by the way, because this is going to just be maddening otherwise, I bet. Unless you don't like, yeah, it looks lovely, Jerry, fair play. Well, let's just get a block of these, isn't there, the, these daft little buddy redeems. There we go. Maybe if I like tilt them all at a slight angle, it's the leaning tower of Cheeser. Oh no, Goopy. Yeah, it's not been that long since I've eaten, really. So there we go. Yeah, someone's gonna request like I don't know, what is like the most disparate thing from cheese or garlic one could think of. Someone's yeah, like, hold on. Can I line this up? Ow. 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 No, I think that just that probably looked more like I was throwing up, sorry. I think I was too far over to the right for that. It was a bit hard because I need to move it so I can see. Yeah. There we go. That's, I guess that's like plunging into a ball pit of garlic cheese, Korean garlic cheese breads. Yeah, I really, that looks lovely. I suspect, I certainly can't actively think, I probably had very little experience with Korean food, and I really certainly want to, I certainly want a bit of that garlic cheese bread now, yeah. I think at a point I would have said garlic bread was my favourite. I mean, I don't know, favourite food is a hard thing to nail down, isn't it, really? Because there's certain foods you like, but you're not, at least in theory, you wouldn't think you'd always be in the mood for, although maybe I'm underestimating our collective cheese or garlic obsession. Certainly think I'm underestimating mine. Yeah, I think I wasn't actively going for that, Gooby, but you're completely right. I think that was, I mean, I've got the influence of Mr. Simpson's old man here, so I guess that's not completely unheard of. I'm waiting for that to be redeemed as well, someone just redeem my whatever coffee mug to go right there. I don't know, maybe don't do that because that would be a waste of in a way, but... Oh, you want wheat? Is that your favourite food, Garge? Nice. Oh, there we go. I don't think we've, A lot of my playtime on these streams is me fearing I'm wasting my time. Wait, sorry, let me clarify that. That makes it... that sounds really bad. I mean, I'm wasting my time in the games in terms of... Oh, I'm going the wrong direction or something like that. Oh, actually, I did just waste our time now. I didn't need to go back that way. Because I think that portal was already open from the others. Was it? Yeah. I think that might have already been open. Some of these portals you have to open the other way from the level they take you to. Yeah. Let's carry on, shall we? At least we had a fruitful, not literally fruitful, at least we had a fruitful discussion about cheese, though. And we got surrounded by it as well. Oh, God. Let's get on that. Oh, I'm glad you like the music, Groovy. Yeah, it's so good in this game, and I love that. We're not hearing it right now, we've got playlist on, but... I'm getting watching lines from Argos by Googling this. Can I get a washing line with a transparent background on? That would be ideal. That might be one. Let's try that. I've downloaded so many stock images because of these, redeems that we do. Right, pray with me this will actually come out as a, Right, where are you? Yes, they should be there. Yes, it has! It's worked! Oh, that's terribly exciting, isn't it? Look. We got a proper... Oh, you can barely see it though, that's the only thing. Because the, yeah, I guess it's a thin washing line, right? What if I would take that 90 degrees? And then we're washing our garlic bread on the line. There we are. Because it needs to dry. Yeah. It needs to dry. That's right. There we are. I'm so happy that I mean, it's not showing up great, unfortunately, but I'm still so happy that dry bread. Yeah, that's how we like, especially cheesy garlic bread, right? You want to be able to use it as a doorstop, right? Jittery. If you're wondering why the washing line is not the right way up, the actual question is, why am I not the right way up? Because that's clearly the correct orientation going on there. And I found a solution to it getting too overcrowded here as well, which was just to... I've only got my phone zooming in, using that as a webcam, so... Yeah, I've been able to make the space for the truly important material here. But yeah, this, yeah, so Gooby, like this on here, we heard this at the start of the game, but only in 8-bit form. But because we're in like 16 SNES, Mega Drive, Genesis mode at the moment, we still got that cool thing as well where the water goes away. Yeah, the water goes away if you put your bread on the washing line. But also, the music goes a little bit more, how would you describe that? It goes a little more, I guess echoey? I was gonna say hollow, that's That sounds like a very critical thing. That's certainly not what I mean. It's a very cool effect in any case, isn't it? No, it's a, no, it's an Android, Motorola phone. Motorola G7, I think? It's alright, it's a bit more on the budget side, but... It's one of those, it is one of those smartphones that way, and it's quite big, which I quite like. I do actually like that trend of smartphones having gotten ridiculous, like, really large screens on them. To the point that, you remember, like, the classic, more like the iPhone 4, or before that, which that was kind of the standard for years, and from what I understand, that was like a Steve Jobs, he was insisting that was like the perfect size for a phone screen. Like, I think just in terms of usability, maybe in some way, I don't know, but... No, give me, have it only just be so you can pocket a smartphone, only just. I still want to be able to pocket it, of course, but... Yeah, I prefer the bigger screen. Okay. Yeah, so there is starting to be a bit of backtracking in this, but I don't mind too much, and we do need to save up for one final upgrade. And also we can buy hints, because the game kind of gives you like a riddle, it looks like, for each objective going forward. Which we appreciate and like, but I'm also not very good at cryptic riddles, so I appreciate there's an option to, like... I think what it is, the game just kind of shows you on the map where you need to go. Which is a nice option to have if, like, no one wants to be... Like, if you're just completely stuck on the game to the point of tedium, no one really wants that, right? Yeah, this is so cool, this bit. This is the Ninja Village we started in. But this is it, like, 500 years in the future with all these really ominous-looking metallic buildings. I don't know what those are. I don't know what their deal is, but if we go back... Oh, wait, have I gone back too far? Yeah, I have, actually. Yeah, I've gone back way too far. Yeah, if we pop back... Too busy thinking about cheese, probably. Yeah, where is it, actually? Oh, is it not here in the... Oh, no, sorry, here it is. There we are. So now we're 500 years in the past. Talk to our fella here. We're gonna make tea, which apparently gives us eyesight. No, not gives us eyesight. Helps us see in the dark, kind of oddly. Ah, that's quite sweet as well, because, yeah, apparently it takes like 500 years to, from planting the seed to get the actual tea leaves. We're supposed to use the tea to expand my mind and grant me the power of true sight. Yeah, I think he almost forgot, that's why we just thought we were getting him some tea. We were like, using the immense power of time travel to get him some tea. There we go. Oh, he just gave us a candle! What? I thought it was... He made us go 500 years in the future and back in exchange for a bloody candle. Or in other words, an ordinary wax candle. That is very funny, fair play. Hope you can put the legendary power of the wax candle to good use. Yeah, I don't know what I expect. I don't know if I expected like Cyclops eyes or something. Like, as in X-Men Cyclops eyes, but I guess we'll just have to settle for a bloody candle. It has got a good sense of humour, this game, hasn't it? I'm surprised our hero didn't react more, because that is the kind of BS we've had the shopkeeper pull on us. Oh, that does make it better at least. Jittery. Do we, Garge, that could be your next tier list. You could start doing, you could like rank, waxed candle scents. I don't know, just go to Tesco's candle section and have a sniff of all of them. I wonder what Garge's favourite would be. Oh, the beautiful irony if it was like, I don't know, crimson flavor? I don't know. It needs to have C in it, that's what I'm getting at. Oh, wait, I think it's there I need to go to next. Yeah, it is, so... I guess I could probably... Oh, yeah, so I need to go a bit further along this level, get to that mirror-looking... Ooh, sweet pea, nice. Yeah, I quite like candle smells. We could do with the morale boost. I think after our hero probably thought we were gonna get like night vision. Is it I'm trying to think, is it carrots because of vitamin I don't know, is it vitamin C maybe? Is it carrots they say help you see in the dark? Does that sound about right? I could be hideously, laughably wrong on that. Or that could just be like an urban myth, maybe, I don't know. But... So that could have been another alternative to that, just the... Our sensei just gives us a gazillion carrots. And then we can see in the dark. I'm sure that's how that works. Oh, it is carrots, nice, yeah. I don't know to what extent that's true. Or, like, maybe it's marginal. Like, is it vitamin... It's because of the... Or at least supposedly it's because of the abundance of a particular vitamin. Might be C or E? Ooh, like, well... I think doing the word tier list would be pretty, that's probably not one you could be concise on. Although you could have the word concise in there. Oh, yeah, there we are then. Nice. Speaking of nice, we are on the way to level up our defensiveness. Whoa. Which we like. Yeah, you prefer big screens as well. On phones, yeah, nice. It's same with handheld, I think just handheld devices in general. Once, I think once Nintendo started doing that with like the DS and 3DS, the XL models, that became my much preferred variant on those. Which was a shame because the new version of the 3DS they did that wasn't the XL. That had like really cool faceplates that I really wanted. They had like felt ones and things like that. But I just didn't want to trade off the much bigger screens. Yeah, no worries at all. Oh, I'm sorry you've been feeling quite stressed. I hope we've been able to help in any way with talk of handing up cheese on the... Why is it so hard to point? There we go. On the washing line. Oh, dearie me. But yeah, thank you so much. I do hope you can... I hope you can de-stress for the rest of the day. I assume it's probably about midday, is it, where you are, give or take? Gooby, so yeah, I hope you have a really nice day going forward. And considering that you weren't in the best place, thank you so much for still tuning in. And yeah, I hope you can... 1 PM, there we go, yeah. No, I'm wishing you the best on that, Gooby. And again, thank you so much. Later. I eat cheese and garlic. People with vitamin A deficiency often... Oh, wow, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I've got the wrong way here. Yeah, no. Forget what I said. We don't actually want to go to that mirror. Looking portal fin. That's me being a bit dark. Oh. And in turn, Groovy. Thank you. You take care now, right? Yeah, we're just 58, we're so close to be able to afford the, I forget exactly what it is. I think you just have better defense in every way once you get this, upgrade I'm hyping up. Oh god. Yeah, it's interesting now. I know about, That's why people's pupils go expand or what's the opposite of expand? Deband? Decrease, say decrease. That's why pupils increase or decrease in size, isn't there? To kind of absorb more light, so like in bright light our pupils are much smaller, right? This is right, I can remember primary school science. That's about as far forward as I go, but... oh, compress, of course, yeah. That's a good kind of opposite. I think I was looking for a word with band in the name, and that was my undoing there, I think. Oh dear. Oh, armor! It's very exciting though, armor. I mean, I'll die less, so... Although, wow. Me dying in these games is quite funny, I suppose, but... It will be very cool though, armor. Take the word for it. Yeah, this... I mean, what is exciting, armor, is we can now, on the last stream, there was that, well, the reason we got the camera on, the reason we're talking about Seed in the Dark. Oh, we can afford it now, yeah. We can afford that upgrade now. Yeah, we came across, like, a dark, that goes back to, like, Dragon Quest, I think, or a number of games where you come across a cave, you can't see him because you've, not got a way to light it. So now we're back to everyone's favourite region of the world, the Catacombs. How lively. God, I'm warning you. Don't be talking about ground pounding Shivas, my friends. Please don't. God. I don't think Aika from Skies of Arcadia, who is in that clip, I don't think she would say yay about poor little Shivas. But she would say yay about being able to see the dark, so that is very appropriate. She would say yay about carrots. And garlic cheese. So we just say garlic cheese helps you see the dark. We're all allowed a few BS headcanons in our life, right? That's going to be my most prescient one. God, this water looks gross as well, doesn't it? Our poor hero having to... If you ever want a gross topic in games, just think about how bad your hero likely smells by the end of their adventure. Especially because they're likely not bathing throughout. I really thought that with I think both Half-Life games, actually, especially one. The amount of time Gordon spends in, like, sub-sewage levels of water in terms of how clean it is. Yeah. Aside from the whole life or death situations, it's hard being a hero in a high-stakes action adventure. Armor. I mean, that's why I just said that. I was like, wait, no. I think Armor was on team don't jump on the doggy. I'm sure he was on that team. So yeah, I think as I said that, I was like, wait, I think this is what Armor actually means. It's okay, Armor. Your name is Claire. You're alright, fella. Don't you worry. Yeah, don't worry. What words are you talking about, Garge? I'm honestly not sure. I've already forgotten what that particular conversation was, so... It was a number of seconds ago, in my defense. Right, here we are. God. What about your ego, though? That doesn't sound like it's in check very much, my friends. Yeah, here we... Oh, God. Ow. Damn it. Yeah, so we, yeah, I'm going to try to make my way through this, without the candle. Like, you can see, we can see, like, a circular vision around us. And I think they very cleverly designed this in a way to just make it... Like, unless you've tried so many times through this... Or you just looked up the layout online, I guess. There's, like, no way you would get through this without the candle. I bet speedrunners don't, though. I'm gonna guess they generally, This would be a good game to see a speedrun of, I bet. I think both just for, like, as fast through as possible and for a 100% run as well. Wow, yeah, you unless you have this memorized, you do not get through this without me. Because there's always that in this kind of game when you have that kind of... Like, you kind of think, well, in theory I could get past this completely dark section, or... There's always that desire to break boundaries in games like that, right? So there's always the temptation to try, but... Having seen what this level is like now, I'm quite grateful in retrospect I gave up on it fairly early. It definitely was not... Ooh. Right, what is that? So we need to race that, oh wow, yeah. Wait, do we need to race that? Because it looks like it might have activated. I like barbecue sauce. I have some of a lot of foods I don't mind having plain, to be honest, so... I don't always need a sauce, but I'd say barbecue is one of my favourite, more preferred sauces. Oh yeah, I think I just activated that. Oh wow, this is cool, isn't it? This is a completely new area, I think, yeah. Yeah, Riviera Turquoise. And it looks, looks like we should have saved this for next month, this level, right? Good lord. How nice. Are you doing a source ranking armor? Sorry, Guardian. I mean, if Armor wants to do one, he can as well. See, I don't mind it if they're really nice chips. I mean, I like stuff like sweet potato fries, or like those I don't think need sauce too badly. I like curry sauce, actually. If I have fish and chips, I like having the curry sauce on that. It's a little tricky for me, because I'm... Oh, that's cool. This is like a... For those of you who played Sonic CD, I know Jeff Yard has. So, this is like... In Sonic CD, you can have, like, past and future versions of zones and that as well. And you get some cases where, like, the past version is derelict, but the future one is, like, more prosperous. That's exactly what this is. Look, like, this is just like a dead, horrible forest in the past. And then in the future, the music might still be ominous, but it's a lot more alive. Oh, it's a really clever, nice touch, that. And a good use of that. And nice, there we are as well. We've unlocked a portal there. So I'm guessing this is also... That's the other portal we have to unlock. I'm guessing that's also an area we haven't been to at all. Because in this exploration part of the game, we are kind of exploring expanded versions of levels we've already done. Oh god, here we go. Wish me luck. If you'd be so kind. Oh god, cannon! Oh, that's fun. How very... Oh god. Wow, this song is very, very Mega Drive / Genesis. Oh, I see. Oh, that's just taking us back. Okay. Oh, man. They do get some good platforming challenges out of the fact you kind of you can only jump if you slash up things mid-air. So with that in mind, oh god. We're kind of stumbling through this. Not terribly gracefully, but... Oh, thank god. Oof. Luminac. I'd probably say I mean, the two Sega consoles I had growing up, Armor, were Mega Drive and Dreamcast. I didn't have a Master System or Saturn. I've since played games on both of those systems. I probably would say Mega Drive. I think that is just the most sentimental and... Thank you. Or Mega Drive / Genesis, of course. And I think that probably also, I think because that was the most successful one, that has got like the most, that has got like the broadest library out of any of them, but I think all four of those core ones, like Master System, Mega Drive, Saturn, I think they're all awesome systems with great libraries, and I think all underrated to various degrees. Certainly the Master System in America, I think, is quite underrated. Although I understand it was more popular here. But yeah, I love every Sega. I am a big, both kind of Nintendo and Sega junkie, I'd say, overall. Probably more Nintendo in terms of modern games, obviously, than Sega, though I still think Sega have done some very good stuff in recent years. They publish a lot of good stuff, I think, Sega, at the moment. Right, here we are. Oh, wait, so it's an attack boost, not a defense boost. Is that more exciting than Armor? Oh, what's that, Jittery? Do you mean like on games and such, on like Sega consoles? Forgive me if not, it's not necessary, it's okay. You're not worse for not knowing all that, it's okay. If that's what you mean, it's okay. That's what it's okay. That's why we yeah, there we are. Oh wait, sorry, talking about source, you mean sources, like, or have Jasmine's the DM. That's not my sole defining character trait, I would say hate's a strong word, you know. I don't know if I'd use it for, oh god. Careful on that. You tend not to use a like, say, like if you go for a Subway card or anyone else, do you get a sauce, and what sauce? If I do, I would get barbecue, or I sometimes, I don't mind food being a bit plain sometimes, I think, in that sense. Maybe a tiny bit of salt if I'm, Oh, Jittery, you mean for, Oh, right. So I was wrong on both accounts on what that was, so I didn't know as well, so... But yeah, the, I remember that in Persona 4, yeah, certain... I'm trying to think how my journey on that was. Was it, like, knowledge, courage... There's like 5 of them in total, those stats you try and raise, aren't there? I'm trying to think what they are. And then there's like certain decisions you can't make unless you're like brave enough in Persona 4, things like that. I remember like one of the stats was harder for me to raise than the others. It might have been knowledge. I did try and I did make my Yu, his name is, isn't he? The guy in Persona 4. I did make him study a lot. So maybe I did maybe I got him fairly smart at least. Oh, here we go. We've got some new chat options for the first time in a while. I believe you found the sacred grave known as Riviera Turquoise. It looks like a lot has taken place here. Your perspective as a time traveler, yeah, I can see it in both states. So it used to be ruled by demons, completely charred, until one day a powerful messenger drove them out and brought in the... Oh, butterfly matriarch! Oh, fair play. Oh, butterfly's matriarchal? That's cool. The grave could heal and become lush again. wait. So if I'm seeing the child grow in my present time, and the restored version in the future, don't go there. Doesn't that mean there's been a messenger in between my two time periods? Time paradox, plot hole. Split the difference. You decide. Thanks for ruining the show. That's the game getting out of shit. That doesn't make sense. Because I think it's impossible to have time travel to completely make sense, isn't it? Oh, so if I... Anyway, so what is that? So we got the... You can wait to passively charge your next attack. Oh, and then it deals triple damage, so... We hold that. Oh, that's going to be handy on bosses. There we go, so we've got all those particular upgrades in the game now, it looks like. God, this area's very pretty, isn't it? It's, we also just got the achievement Tumble Hijinks. So that's nice. Oh, that's cool, you can change the directions on the, Oh, that's really clever, there's gonna be... What's that reminded me of? We've all played games where you have to kind of... You get bounced around a little bit. And then you have to, change the various points you get bounced on. Yeah, so I've done that, so... Damn it. So, because of that... Send us there, and... There we are! That's very clever. Chad's Nirukan. Chad? Oh dear, hold on. You sure about that? You say so. It's easy to raise social stats in Royal, is it? Nice. Oh, there's just like a lot of opportunities for activities in Royal, Persona 5 Royal. Yeah, it's interesting how Persona games, they are time management. Simulator? I guess we could go with that. Oh no, now we're back in. Back in the Tim Burton version. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of achievements lately as well. Oh, that's quite cool, this upgrade, actually. So I thought we had to, like, charge the button up on that thing that's giving us, free attack power with one swim, but I think it just charges automatically, it looks like. Yeah, so then we flash white. And yeah, then that means one attack deals, which is kind of interesting, because that is actually a reason for me to not always be holding the turbo fire button, really. That's kind of a motivator to steady our hand a little bit on yeah, how much we use that. Oh, it's so clever, these bits as well, with the little firefly type things. How those kind of play out, and let you swap between the future and past really quickly. Yeah, we do like that. Yes, how do we... So maybe we can get up there as well, but... Yes, it's quite novel. I don't think I expected there to be new areas in the part of this that we're at. Oh no! Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, gorgeous backgrounds as usual on this as well. Oh no! Oh wow. Oh no, we're okay, we're okay. Oh, thank god. They were nice enough to realise numpties like me would fall down there. Oh, I see, so we just go up this... Oh, there we are. Nice, oh, damn it. try that again. There we go. I was wondering how we got up into that higher up room here. Oh, we do like that. I think this is another case of a game I like enough to 100% it, but I don't know if I'll 100% it on stream. There we go. This is a bit of a classic platformer trope as well. Having logs go down a waterfall, and you platform on them. I remember that from the Lion King game on Mega Drive and SNES, and it's in like Super Mario Bros. 2 as well on NES. Hello, Jerry. You're right. Is if anyone tuned into him, is Jeff still on FF9, and how is he getting on with it? Really nice Final Fantasy that FF9. There's some. Speaking of, we were talking about games with good mods. There's some really great ones for the PC version of FF9 now. They upscale the backgrounds with that mod so much better than the actual default way it's done in that release. Yeah, very charming game that. It's only one of my favourite cast of characters in any Final Fantasy I've played. I like this spooky, cool area, but it is also a bit sad to kind of go out of the really nice, pretty modern version of it into this creepy 8-bit version. I think it probably is a good shout though to have the 8-bit version be creepier. I think there's something about lower fidelity graphics that work really well with more of a creepy horror aesthetic. I think the same with like 3D polygonal graphics as well. Oh, nice. Oh, nice, Joey. Do you feel better for that? I don't think clearing or cleaning is one of those things any of us completely like to him, right? But you always feel so much better for it. It can be just great for peace of mind, can't it? To especially if it's like a space you're occupying every day, like a work desk or whatnot. So I think it's why me not being able to find my Ring Fit Adventure leg strap, that might be motivating me to be like, you know what, let's have a bit of a clear out. And then maybe, hopefully, I'll find the leg strap in the process of said clear out. I mean, if I don't, I'll consider the clear out a failure, regardless of anything. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it, Jerry? I keep thinking of, like, Nightmare Before Christmas, or that kind of, twisted, nightmarish kind of, look or world, yeah. It's really neat. Right. Oh, nice. Yeah, you can get into... I love having, actually, that's a good thing to have, like, a stream on, too, isn't it, clearing, or music. It's the sort of thing... once I get into it, I can happily do it, but I need some kind of entertainment. Which, I don't know what that says about my attention span, but... I love just having any kind of, something else to engage your mind with as well while you do it. That just makes the time go so much more quickly on it. And it's a nice way to kind of treat yourself with something entertaining while you're still, you know, getting, like, a chore, an errand done. In that way. Okay. Right, you there. I don't know how the logistics of this work, these big trampoline flowers. They always look a bit nightmarish, really. It's just kind of, at least we're not cutting them to ribbons, so that's good, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna assume the way I've got that is probably correct. Let's have a look. No, that's not. Oh no! Ah! Damn it! No. I don't think we're okay yet. I mean, death doesn't sting too bad in this. I mean, we're at a point I don't think money means as much to us now as it used to. It is just going to be used for hints at this point. It's quite nice, really. We haven't had to grind, particularly. Which I wasn't minded doing too much on this game, because it is just such a fun game to play moment to moment, but that's what I did when you did the... Oh, nice! That's a good, I mean, I guess the ideal working space to clear with Broken Sword would be like a... would be like a library or something, wouldn't it? Some kind of, well, no, museum, really. But that's still perfect for that, though, yeah. I'm glad that could help. I really enjoyed revisiting that game as well, Broken Swords. It's an easier one to stream in a way, because it's just more, it's the game doing a lot of the talking for me. Right? So it's, kind of helps on, I don't have to fill dead air as much. And the voice actor was really good in there as well. This definitely helps. There we are. Very Sonic-y, isn't it? Getting flipped about like this. Yeah, got cool. I think we're happy with how those are. We've spent most of this in the Happy Future version of this level. Kind of surprisingly, I would have expected it to be in the horrible decrepit side of it. Oh, damn it. There we are. Yeah, I love a purpley kind of horizon as well, which we very much got here, right? Very kind of comforting dawn, I guess. Oh, crap. Oh, I see, we can... Oh, that's clever. I stubbed our toes a little bit, but in that process, I figured out how to get to a secret room there. Nice. Yeah, go all the way up here. There we are, that's so clever. That's such... Oh, damn it. Oh, it's so clever, that. That's right. We have to get the trampoline flower leading the other way there. There we are. That was totally worth the horrible pain of impalement. Damn it. Yeah, it's a beautiful colour mix, isn't it? It's really good, strong... I think one for the... Oh my goodness. Oh, Jeffy! Oh, cheers, fella. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, Jeff. I was saying this, we don't often have our streams coincide, and I was a bit gutted, really, because I wanted to tune into you. I guess I sort of vaguely did by having, shut up, you. That was me loading up on the Steam overlay in game. I had your stream there. I had it paused, because it would come through on the stream otherwise. Which that could be fun, granted, but... Yeah, at least to have access to the chat. But yeah, welcome everyone from Jeff's stream. Thank you so much, Jeff. Just a nice short little FF9, was it? Well, I say, actually, you've probably been on for a couple of hours, haven't you? How did it go? Once again on... I know the pain of that, trying to get something in an RPG when there's a very low chance of it. Which is what you were doing, basically, right? With the... Oh my god. You were trying to steal an... Was it an item or a piece of equipment? You were trying to steal off stream, and... It sounded like that was taking you ages. But I think that you also had... Funny thing, we were just talking about, like, having a stream on or music while, like, cleaning or doing any kind of chore, and... I don't want to imply that would be a chore doing that in Final Fantasy IX, but if you're going to be doing a repetitive activity in a game like that, it's nice to have something on in the background, isn't it? But yeah, so who have we got from Jeff in total? We've got PT Gav Gamer, we've got Lee Cumber, Mrs. Lovely Nor Dream, and Tomoxy. Thank you so much for coming in, saying hello, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. FF9 is so nice, isn't it? It's such a kind of charming aesthetic world soundtrack to that game. It's definitely not my favourite, but it is as the Final Fantasies I've played, I do rank it quite highly. And I'm glad you're enjoying revisiting it, Jeff. After that, you'll have done all 3 of the PS1 Final Fantasies on stream, right, Jeff? This is Godspeed to you, man. It's a lot to do an RPG on start to finish on the stream, isn't it? It's not fair play to you. And yeah, for those who haven't seen it, this game is The Messenger, and it's absolutely, it is so up my alley, this game. It is lovely and awesome. Awesomely lovely, I guess. But one of the cool gimmicks of this game is going back and forth between 8 and 16-bit visual and audio styles. But also in the game, that's us going between the past and the future by about 500 years. And on this particular level, that means we go from decrepit Tim Burton land here. And look how nice it is in the future in comparison. It's and then we can bounce on some fun while we're at it, we're bouncing on some fun trampoline flowers as well. Yeah, this game is quite awesome. Really do. Oh, were you actually, Jeff? I know Pedza said similar things. There's a lot of problems with Mystic Quest, but as like a very kind of, I mean, what was meant as an easy game, because it was meant to be people's introduction to RPGs, Mystic Quest is quite, like, it's only 8 hours, there's a fun kind of fairly quick sense of progression to it, and I always pick up that game's soundtrack. It's such a good soundtrack in Mystic Quest. Unfortunately, the only thing with it, the battles do inevitably get very monotonous, because a lot of them are basically the same. Again, it might be one where if you're streaming it, you can kind of talk with chat during some of the more monotonous moments of it, but yeah, no worries at all, Mrs. Lean. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, I hope your daughter had a good birthday as well. Had a nice birthday, bless her. I think you said she turned 5, was it? Sorry if I'm wrong on that. I think it was around that age, right? I hope she... Chef. Cricket, even. If it's what fills your needs at the time, Cricket, please do. And thank you for informing us of it. Right. Why did the bees go on strike? Why did the bees go on strike? They wanted shorter hours and more honey. The bees went on strike because they wanted shorter hours, and that's a short story, I think. As in more money. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jasm. Oh, that's so obvious. I was just taking that at very face value of like, well, yeah, they would, but what's the... I think it... I drank all my honey, you know? It's, And yeah, good, thank you, Mrs. Lean. My day's been good, thank you. God, your dog looks like a H. I guess especially if you've got like a lurcher or a greyhound or a whippet. Got a long neck, they look up. That's quite H-esque. Jittery. You want to be... You didn't spend the banana, there's no jittery. Do you want a refund for poor Lee, do you? Hello, Captain. Is that Captain Fish Paste? Oh, I like that name. Yeah, no worries at all. It's okay. Thank you for sticking around and saying hello. It's okay. There's no obligation. Thank you so much, though. Hope you're doing well. What kind of games do you like, Fish Paste? It's very odd to be calling someone Fish Paste, but I like it. It's good. We've been talking about food a lot, so... Yeah, Tomo, well spotted. Yeah, we got Gigi from Kiki's delivery service, No Face from I'm gonna forget some of these names. Spirit of the Way, Scarecrow from Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, that one's sad because that's the little sister from Grave of the Fireflies, isn't it? Thank you for the follow, Captain Fish Paste. I forget his name, but I know he's in My Neighbor Totoro. That's Princess Mononoke wearing the mask. Got can't see it very well at this angle. Got Porco Rosso. One of the robots from Castle in the Sky. I should that obviously was a joke as well. I know his name. And Ponyo. Yeah, was that a QWERTY boy? I think. It's a QWERTE. It's been a while since I bought some nerd shirts. I've been seeing a few on the Yeti, which is another one. I wasn't mine, but as I say, funds are trying to be directed towards a graphics card in particular at the moment. So I might have to make the ultimate sacrifice of not buying more nerd shirts for the moment. Yeah, big fan. I've got some. Yeah, I've got a few of the Blu-rays, not all of them. I ended up with so many of those films on DVD. They were clever, at least in the UK. They might have done this in other regions as well. They had like numbers on the spines for the Studio Ghibli releases, as if to be like, well, I have to get all of them, surely. Hello, Ben. How are you? Thank you for Oh, cricket! I want a James Pond shirt. That'd be amazing. Go out my Robocod swag. Yeah, the most timely game character ever. Fish Paste. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jeff is the shout out Meister, isn't he? Fair play. Hope Call of Duty went well as well. Actually, that's funny. The bot gave you a gag game. That was actually a first-person shooter, so they weren't that far off. It's just it was Aliens, Colonial Marines, which probably not the best game in that genre. Oh dear. But yeah, well spotted, Tomo. You got quite a bit of anime under your belt, haven't you, Tomo? Good on you, man. Right, let's get back to Messenger, but we happily continue Ghibli talk if it continues. Before I forget. Ah, okay. How do we get up there, though? Oh, damn it. I don't think I can get back. Oh, okay, if I set that like that. I'm gonna try and get to a secret area here. That's fair, Tomo. I think a bunch of them are on Netflix in the UK now, if you did want to watch any of them. Goes about... Oh, God. No, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Oh, what a tremendous waste of time. Yeah, I think a bunch of them are on Netflix in the UK if you did want to watch them. Tomo. Yeah, it goes without saying they're very highly recommended. Oh no! Oops. Well, that was our smartest move, wasn't it? I don't know how to... Not immediately sure how to get up here. What if I try, No? When you, Tom. Well, I'm sure, Tiger King is just as, I've never seen a single episode of Tiger King, but I'm sure it's just as whimsical as, your average Studio Ghibli film, right? You call it... Oh, Jittery, so this is a joke. Justice is a dispatch served cold. If it was served warm, it would... it would be just water. Because... yeah. There you go, Jerry. I like it. And so did Fish Paste as well. Very good. Oh, nice, guards. What episode are you on? Hope you're, Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing how again. Oh, no! Oh, not again, Jess. Oh, dear. No, I don't want to take a selfie with you. It's a weird death message from the little demon friend who keeps putting us back. Yeah. How about... Yeah, so we want to get up there, I guess, but... I can think. We can't go up here, can Oh, damn, I might have to leave this behind, I think. Which does stim when it's like, oh, I know there's a secret room right there, and I probably can get to it, I just don't know how, but... Oh, wait, yes I do. Nice. Yes I do. Oh, thank God. There we are. Oh, maybe I don't, because I don't think we can make... Can we make that? Oh, yes, we can. Nice. Oh, cool. So then we pop into you. That's clever. Oh, boy. That's clever. My move there was not. But it did send us back too far, at least. Oh, is it Season 4 that's coming out of Titan? Oh, perfect. Right, that's got to be there. That's got to be there, surely. Cool. And then... Sword/U. Pop up there. Oh, for God's sake. That one as well. There we are. It's just taking us so long. Yes, guys, that's right. Well, actually, no, because it's a retro-style game. It's actually MSN Messenger. We'll go with that, shall we? It's Bebo Messenger. It's IM message boards. The kind they had, like, in the early 90s. We'll go with that. Ooh, can we make it? Can we make it? Yes, we can. Against all the odds. Yes, we can. Oh, there we are. I am going after 100% in this game. I don't know if I'll do it on stream, but... Again, it's the kind of game I like enough, and the game also seems to make it... not too much of a pain to... Oh my lord, what? Blew me there. Hello, Mothra. Look, it's Mothra. Aw. Gosh, they've done that well, haven't they? The wins. I wonder how they kind of... how they render. So very tiny. I mean, maybe that's just like an average to scale moth, and we're that small. We're sub-borrower size. Who are you? I am the butterfly matriarch. Embodiment of beauty. Come closer, I have a gift for you. Be careful, the matriarch is not what she seems. Ooh. Oh, how nice. Oh. What a snake. She is plagued by an ugly monster. Oh dear. Away with you, puny thing. Ah, that's a cool way they've rendered that, isn't it? You're right, Garge. Don't talk. You can talk. It's okay. Oh goodness. Yeah, I've only seen the oh yes, I'm gonna write that down. Actually, I like that idea. That'd be quite, you know, like the like that old Windows error message sound. I would quite like that as well. Let's get some. It's weird how like even operating system or old messenger program nostalgia is a thing, isn't it? It surprisingly is. But yeah, I'm gonna write that down. MSN. That's a very good idea. I think I am due to add some new sound effects. It's been a few months. I'll try and get around to that. I need to add the ones we need to add those ones from Armor's stream before the VOD goes off. Those really infamous ones. Come closer and oh my lord! Oh wow! Oh god! The angry butterfly's face is way scarier than like the bat's face. I mean, bats are kind of cute, and this one sort of is. Yeah, that was horrifying. You guys saw that, right? That scowling butterfly. I didn't know a scowling butterfly could be so horrifying. Oh no, that renders our those sound. Oh wait, hold on, I'm being daft. Let's do this. There we are. Yeah, that reverses our controls when they do that. Oh, that's clever. Oh, the bosses are so good at this, aren't they? Oh wow. It's such a Sonic game, this level at times. Cool. Yeah, look at that face! I can't really pause on it, unfortunately. No. Oh, that is horrifying, that angry. Oh dear. Aspects of this game, I'm like, I want to play horror stuff in October, right? Maybe throughout it, I'm not sure, at least for some of it. And there's been moments of this, I'm like, I could have saved this for October, not all of it, but certainly this horrifying butterfly here. Yeah, this is a very clever methodology on this. I'm not shaming that. That's not what that is, and you know it, Garge. Hey, we are very body positive around here. I see it as a compliment, if anything. Like, I underestimated a butterfly's ability to scowl. Like that, right? I mean, the bat just looks kind of cheerful, if I'm honest, more than the bat. Here we are. It's a very pretty butterfly, anyway. Oh, well, you responded too jittery on that, saying that it's a horrible bad car. Is that what that was, Coach? Oh. Bats are quite cute, honestly. One of the funniest things you can see as well is like a group of them hanging out, and people have like, because that's when they're upside down, obviously. People have like mirrored that footage for both of us. Okay, good. People have mirrored that footage of bats like jiving left and right or whatnot, and they've put techno music to it as well as like flashing disco lights, and it convincingly looks like a little bat rave. It's the best thing ever. It's worth looking at. If you Google bat rave, you might find it. It's so good. Oh look, butterfly is butterfree. How long has it been? I made a mistake. You thought beauty would fix it all. Oh. Rid you of this rotten core. Is this a lesson on appearances? How it can be deceiving and why we should never judge based on them? Why, yes, you took the words right. Wait, do butterflies even have mouths? They had to cut through the cuteness a bit, I guess. Aww. Oh, we're gonna get a pet firefly with us? Oh, is that what those have been the entire time? Oh, that's cool. Strong enough to lift a minor curse, she can work against the forces of evil. Is that our next hint then for where we need to go, I guess? How you remind me of the monk who saved me once. And what became of her. Oh, well, that was nice, wasn't it? I like the music here as well. It's very... it's very, what do you call those things above her baby's cradle? Are they called mobiles? You know, like the spinny things. They play a nice little song. It's very that. Yeah, there we go. Nice, I think we've got everything in this world apart from one thing there. That's right by the teleport point anyway. That might be the stupidest death I've ever had on a game. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I can't believe I did that. It doesn't matter really, it's just more because we can get right back there straight away. Actually, no, we can't. Can we? Wait, hold on, what? What? No, I don't think we can. Oh no, have we just like greatly inconvenienced ourselves? Pray with me we don't have to... They didn't account. They should have accounted for idiots like me dying there. Oh, come on, guys. Hold on, we can jump on. Are we jumping on the... Is this a glitch, actually? Look at this, we're kind of jumping on... What's going on? Someone help. Oh dear. Hello, Asma, you just came in after the stupidest death in gaming history. I was like, there's no conflict on screen, Asma. I was like right next to the cannon I needed to go into. And I just walked off into the water and died. It was the worst moment of my life, if I'm honest. I can say that very... I don't know what's going on here as well. What are we jumping on? It's cool, but it's also not helping, and... It looks like we're gonna have to like go all the way around, or... Because yeah, there's not... Oh wait, no we won't, sorry, we're okay. Oh, thank God. I honestly thought we were gonna have to like trek all the way back through this level. We actually don't, we just have to... Well, the only thing is that gonna take us, I don't know where that cannon would take us. Maybe it would just take us back to, like, the main hub area, but... We can walk back via the save point. Thank God. Chatterbird! Oh, cheers for the name of that god. Oh, dear. Well, the curse is strongest and mangest... mangest? I'm still in manga mode, aren't I? Magic seashell awaits the one who doesn't fear drowning. Magic seashell? Oh. How are you doing, Asma? I'm hoping I can... I'm meant to be playing Jackbox with friends tonight. I think about 8, but I'm hoping I can still pop into... I want to see your letter tier stream you're going to be doing later, Asma. That sounds like a right riot. Oh, shit. Hold on. Do we need to... Hold on. Were we going to get a music note from that world? Yeah, we didn't actually get anything from that necessarily. So... Shit, I'm actually a bit... We haven't, like, soft-locked this or anything, have we? Because, yeah, we didn't get the fin from that. Oh, it's a beautiful beat here, isn't it? Yeah, we couldn't... I might try and figure that out off stream, maybe. Oh, that's really worrying, actually. I hope we haven't bugged that up. That's... I mean, it'd be a funny way to have done it, but still, God. That's quite worrying. Yeah, it's weird, because just the cannon wasn't respawning there from... I wonder if there's like some kind of soft... Yeah, I might Google it. I'm going to be right back anyway, quickly. Oh, God, that's just... what an obscene sequence of events that was. Unfortunately, you can't... I would have been doing multiple saves on this game as well to get around something like that. But I haven't been... You can't do that on this, so... Let's see. But yeah, back in a sec, everyone. Oh, you just woke up. You work. Oh, nice. You do really well with the OBS layouts. Fair play to you, Asma. But yeah, back in a sec, everyone. Hello again. Yeah, let's tell you what, let's look that up. If I get the internet on here a sec. Let me look up what do we want? The messenger. Oh really, Jerry? So it's not... Oh, thank you for looking that up. Okay, so we haven't missed like a musical note. Okay. Okay, that's so we can just go back to laughing at that death then without the kind of, ooh, did we soft lock the game? So that's nice. Right? Because we would not laugh otherwise. Yeah. You're right, Jeff. Did you see that death earlier, Jeff? It was great. Right. Let's go on to the topic of not dying, shall we? Yeah, so what did that achieve then? If I try going back there, I'll say as well, we're probably going to be on for half an hour more. Sorry, I can't be a bit longer. I would like to go on a bit longer. But I should hopefully be on tomorrow afternoon. I need to be careful though when I say like, oh, I am going to be on, because that's sometimes, like, I didn't end up streaming yesterday at all, and again, I am sorry about that. I think probably just the safest thing to say is I'm probably streaming most afternoons these days. It won't be like every day of the week. But yeah, maybe I'll just go with like that general, and then, you know, if you want to tune in, great. If you're not able to, or if something else catches your fancy instead, it's all good. It's all good. Never any pressure, as I say. But yeah, if I try, if we go back to, no, it's still. So what did we? I don't really know what we. So I thought I would have assumed after going through as hefty an area as we have, that would lead to us getting one like the main musical notes we need. So I'm a bit surprised at that. Oh, nice, Lee. I'll raid you if so. Awesome. Yeah, just say if you are. We'll give you a raid on that. I'm not going beyond, like, I think 7:45 is the absolute latest, even then, ideally. Maybe about 7:30. Oh, well done, Garge. I think I need to do trimmer, because I've got electric trimmer. I just try and keep a little bit, but not much. But I think the one I've got is a bit blunt, maybe. Doesn't keep much for charge these days, either. Might have to look into that. Look as sharp as Garge is. Oh, that'd be great. I mean, it can't be the whole game. I think it takes what would it be, like 8 to 10 hours maybe to do a run through getting to Bowser? Maybe not that long, I don't know, but the flower can. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for checking on that, Jerry. I do appreciate that. Did you how did you find that, Jerry? Did you find that like via a guide, or did someone Google, or were you able to find someone else who was like, hey, I died at this point, I really shouldn't have. Help. And then people were like, oh no, don't worry. But the curse is strong as the magic seashell awaits the one who doesn't fear drowning. Don't know where that could be. That might be one I have to look up a hint. I have to not look up in the game, you can buy a hint. For stuff like that, we might end up doing that. Just trying to think, what could that kind of apply to in terms of... Oh, we haven't been to the Cloud Ruins in a while as well. Just where the curse is strongest. Oh, actually, that does sound like it could apply to the River Turquoise, doesn't it? Because I guess there's a strong curse there, right? That Howling Grotto, there's kind of a... yeah, I might just buy the hint. Yeah, let's have a look in terms of where we can... Great little tune here as well, isn't it? Yeah, but the curse is strong, and then the seashell. I'm trying to think of any kind of sandy area. It's probably I'm gonna kick myself when I find it out. Jeff. You looked through a playthrough. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. That was such a cool boss. Weirdly, it was one of the easier bosses, I would say, but... Oh, the marsh. Oh, we were just looking at this, actually. You could kind of eventually figure it all out just by going to the... You see, like, say, below the blue kind of gate there. There's the room with a blue line on the left of it, below that. Points like that are indicating places we haven't been on the map, basically. So we can kind of go by that to know where we haven't been. So Quillstream March, which one is that? Well, we're back here, I guess. Yeah, I think we're completely done in this area. Oh, really, Gorge? Like, so to start Mario Galaxy and then get to, like... I think you need 60 stars in that game, which confused me going back to Mario 64, because in that it's 70 stars to fight Bowser. I would love to play Mario Galaxy again, that would be wonderful. So which one was the... I don't remember which one is which, to be honest. Yeah, so it's the marsh, yeah. Is there a warp point now, or do we have to, like, go to it from an adjacent one? Yeah, we might have to, Oh, actually, we can get to it from here, I think? Cool. Alright, let's do that. While rocking out to this really awesome track here. Oh, God. Yeah, like that. That's how you rock out, yeah. It is really satisfying just getting around the world in this game. It's you're such an agile character in this. Yeah, I adore both Galaxy games are so good. Was that your first 3D Mario as well, guards? Because you said Wii was your first console, right? That might be the case for Armor as well, maybe? Yeah, if I figure out... Oh yeah, I think we want to go in through... Okay, cool. Oh, blimey, Cumber. Oh, okay, cool, Cumber. You get... oh, so sorry. Hello, Cumber. You alright? Sorry, that's much later after you replied as well. You got a proper, what's a good... I guess a proper Doom spoon beard. You got a proper Doom beard coming on. I greatly encourage that. Oh, nice! Yeah, Galaxy 2 is so good as well. It's a shame that one's not being re-released. Hopefully they figure something out. Yeah, hello, Cumber. How's your weekend been, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Happy Beardiversary. Oh, yeah. Happy Beardiversary, Cumber. Magnificent. Gosh, you are playing a lot of Dark Souls 2, aren't you? Yeah, they've got the wrong way here as well. So I guess it would be that way, but at least here we might be able to... Might be a secret we haven't got up here. This area is really cool, isn't it? Yeah, I guess we'll just go back through that way. It's going to take a while, but wouldn't be too bad. Ow. We can at least get money along the way, although we don't desperately... Yeah, we might stay in 16-bit mode, though. I tend to assume any secrets I don't have, they're because we first played the levels exclusively in the 8-bit mode. So it's probably a better shout to look back through in 16-bit mode after. As I'm more likely to come across there. Oh, have you been working this weekend, Cumber? Or you just tired in general? Hope you can get some good rest in any case, man. Ah, cool. To the right there. Yeah, fair play to you, man. Oh, 64 was free on the Wii Shop channel. Oh, I wonder what that was a promotion for. That's cool you got to play it that way, though. Did you still really like it? So obviously it was a bit altered by that point, but I still think 64 holds up very nicely. There's some camera annoyances with it, I know, but I still find it so fun. Dark Cricket. Yeah, I suppose that's not completely characteristic in a way. At least they're being very generous with this Mario 64 re-release, right? Right? Give or take. God, look at the background. This might be some of the best pixel art in this game, man. That's saying quite a lot. Oh, look at the backgrounds there with the all the gross like mushrooms and swampy marshy things. So cool, isn't it? Little fault going across as well. And again, one thing I really like with this game is they do a good job of making the background detailed, but it never like gets in the way of foreground stuff. There's never any "wait, I didn't know that was part of the background" kind of things going on in this. We always kind of you can always tell what is like a foreground object you can actually jump on and what is just part of the background. So I think we've all played platformers where they have very pretty backgrounds, but details can get lost a little bit. Thankfully not the case here. Although speaking of that, this would be cool as a 3DS game, with stereoscopic 3D on there. I know, I never had it on 3DS, but I heard Shovel Knight had surprisingly really good 3D, like they used the depth very well in that game apparently. You can still recreate that with VR, I guess, right? Jeff. Well, the more astute among us, we know. We know, Jeff. Yeah, what disc are you on now on FF9, Jeff? Yeah, I do like that power-up that lets us do 3 times damage on that regular Sword Slash. Ah, cool. Tough hit. Nice. Oh, this is going to be precarious. Alright, wish us luck. Oh no! Wish more luck than that, please. There we are. At least that wasn't lethal. Come on. I'd love it if, could you imagine if in the style of Mario 64 someone did like a source port of Bubsy 3D to PC? And then people figured out like stereoscopic 3D for it and such. That'd be so good. Thank you, Chituri. Oh, that's right. I was wondering how we get to that on our first playthrough through this level. Oh yeah, because this was where I some of you might remember I had a funny death involving quicksand in this area, or like at least like a sinking marsh kind of. Because I thought I could get down to that room below this way, and I couldn't, and then I died. Probably the second funniest death after, which has now definitely been dethroned by today's walking off the ledge there. Yeah, at least we know now that we just pop over to the left here, while in the 16-bit version of this level this time. Yeah, so here we are. Oof, gosh. Yeah, they really make good use of that. You get a mid-air jump once you hit something with your sword mechanic. They really cleverly designed the levels around that very nicely. Disc 2, nice. Oh, there's a magic artifact here. Maybe if we've been here sooner. Okay. Ah, so... Nice, so we've activated that. So that means that... Oh, wait, no we haven't. Oh, no. On track, so how do we... Oh. So we need to get back to that area in the past, but then... Okay, so if I pop up here, we can do it via this. Yeah, I suppose... Okay, wait. No, I'm sure that's where I died. I'm sure I died before here, though. I'm sure this was like the bog or the quicksand. No, that's not quicksand, is it? No, we can. So either I did get the wrong one before, or the game cheated us into dying. I think probably the that. I think more like I just got the wrong one. Okay. There's not a complete bulk injustice there, then I guess. That's okay. Yeah, here we are. So if we pop back this way, now that we're much further in the past here. I don't think so. Maybe we did, Yuri. I don't know. We'll have a look at that in a sec, actually. Maybe that powers up in the same way that the sword does if we don't attack for a bit. That's a good question, actually. Let's have a look. So we got the magic seashell. Lets its bearer hear the call of the deep. Don't really know what that's referring to be honest. Yeah, so I don't know if maybe... No, I think it might just be standard. Well, we have, it can pierce through more targets at once now, at least. So we have got that on it. Where the wind chills the bones and all the enemy is being... Let's have a look. Hints. The wind chill, yeah. That might be in the, I'd tell you, we can maybe assume that's in, like, the clouds. Yeah, it's up in the cloud ruins. So if we teleport here... Well, actually, well, saying that, we haven't been able to return there, but like, would the seashell help the... Oh, wait against its will. Well, actually, when the wind chills the bone, yeah. So maybe it is referring to the dragon. Like, I mean, well, we could probably just buy the. I think we're at a rate we can buy the hints fairly comfortably, anyway. I mean, actually, it does seem like you could buy the hints and then just reset the game, and then it wouldn't take the cost away. Then, honestly, at this point, does it look like our money will go towards anything else? I mean, maybe it will eventually, but... Oh. So it was, yeah, so it was the top of the mountain. I don't remember us coming across someone there, though, but... If we teleport there straight away... Yeah, no, I saw you got a bit of a headache, Garge. Hope you, hope that recovers in due time. No, you take it easy. Thank you so much for tuning in and for so long as well, Garge. Hope you have a nice rest, man. You take it easy. Later. Thanks again, Garge. Oh, here we are, look. Oh, that's what it means against their will. Oh, that's the staff of that strange skeleton fella. You took your sweet time, 500 years. Do you have any idea how cold it is up? You're not going to keep your grasp of sanity being in the same place for 500 years, are you? Immovable. I'll leave you here. The messenger will need you in the future, he said. 15 minutes in, I was already cold and bored. Had I known it would take you centuries to show up, actually, I'm kind of helpless. How are you supposed to help me? Got obsessed with Blue Rogue's history. Said something about how a tower used to get to the clouds wouldn't be here anymore. So my epic contribution after waiting for centuries in the cold is apparently simply to beam you up and down as you... Oh, nice. There we go. I really think I'd be sitting here if I could teleport. So... Oh, nice. We have got the amulet for that. Nice. We did... Yeah. There we are, yeah. Oh, there we go. So we could go back to the clouds. Hopefully, Jerry, hopefully we'll be closer to falling poor, I can't remember his name now, the dragon. Something Lee, wasn't it? Oh, the staff likes the view as well. Why couldn't Buxton lead me here instead? Well, he was going to be able to get us back, though. Yeah, there we go. This is the level where the game first went to 16-bit mode, right? So I don't think we've seen the 8-bit version on it, so... Oh, there we are. With a much, less, daytime, much more thunderous sky as well, right? Oh, the music here is slapping like crazy as well, isn't it? So, hero... Yeah, there we go. So I'll do about 10-15 minutes more of this. And then we'll, if Lee is live by then or about to go live, we'll give him a raid and see what he's up to on Faster Night. Manfred, there we go, yeah. I think, oh, you know what it was? I was thinking like it ended in Lee, so I was like, oh, was it Man something? I was like, no, I don't think the dragon's name is Madly. I don't think the dragon's called Madly. I mean, we were discussing bad baby names earlier. We discussed much worse ones than Madly, I guess. But... no, that was not that name. I think Manfred is Lee. No problem. That was a good addendum to that. I appreciate that. Nice. Yeah, so I think I should hopefully be able to save this to the point when we pick this up again tomorrow. Hopefully, it should be tomorrow, unless something comes up, but most likely it will. Hopefully with an earlier start time than today. Like, ideally, I would have started a bit earlier today, just so we could stream longer. Yeah, I imagine probably a couple more streams and we'll have this game done. I would guess after this. Certainly can't be much longer. I would have thought. There we go. Oh, it's such a good song. This, both in its 16 and 8-bit versions. Ooh. Madly would be good. Yeah. We could go with that as well, right? Manly Dragon. That could still kind of be a butler, because he wants to be a butler, didn't he, the dragon? I don't know where that impulse came from, but good on him. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I highly recommend this game, Jerry, if you get the shit. So hopefully it's one where by this point it's quite cheap if it goes on sale. It's been a fun one to stream as well. So as I said, I think this game was like successful for what it was, but it's not like it's a game everyone's familiar with. So it's a nice one to kind of showcase, give it a bit of attention like that. yeah, you can tell it's very much up my alley as well. Anyway, it's been a fun kind of, I guess, style of game we've been doing lately. Retro games that aren't actually retro, but are very retro styled. Of course, Iconoclast was very much in that wheelhouse as well. Oh, the music here is so good, isn't it? Got it. Ah! Retro thing, yeah. Probably the least retro looking, but still side-scrolling game we'll play within this kind of... like, I'm probably moving on to Hollow Knight next. I think. Anything with Hollow Knight, I know it's meant to be very long. Certainly longer than this or Iconoclast. Oh, there we are. But yeah, I really fancy playing that. I know a lot of people highly recommend Hollow Knight. I would like to get to those Ori games as well. Jitru, I know you seem very... Damn it. I know you seem very keen on those. As I say, if you do get the second one, hopefully that does run well on your laptop. Despite like the minimum requirements, as you were saying. Jesus, Jazz. It does seem like the second one is a bit more demanding than the first one. But as I say, it might scale down further than the minimum requirements for it kind of suggest, I would hope. Yeah, I don't know, Oh, okay, I can see how we can make that work. God, that's gonna be tight, but yeah, we have to use the free ghost lady. We have to use the free ghost ladies here to... Yeah, so no! We do have to actually hit them. Oh, nice, Ados! Oh, beautiful! Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you. I am impossibly honoured on that. Thank you for doing that. That is marvellous. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, I should not be missing that so often. Yeah, I think Ori 1... it's funny because Ori 1 is still such a gorgeous game, so I don't know what they've done in between them to somehow make the second one even prettier. Yeah, those games look adorable. I understand they're also heart-wrenching as well, right? And yeah, Arma, I can imagine you would really like those games. Wait, no, I need to be using the crafting hook, don't I? Okay. Yeah, so you... This might take us a few goes. How does it come out, Ados? I bet that's delicious what you've made. Yeah, I bet it's delicious what you've made. Yes! Yes! Oh, thank God. Oh. As I say, we need to finish fairly soon. I didn't want to be going over, like, by 40 minutes there because of that. Oh, thank goodness. Nice. We'll definitely take that. Yeah, I'll just keep exploring this level a bit further. I'm not immediately sure of where specifically we're meant to go with it, but there's a number of points on the map. Oh, thank you. Where it's clear, where it's clear we can go there and whatnot. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm glad to see there's a FF7 battle victory theme. I'd say on Arma stream it would deserve a Final Fantasy X battle victory theme as well, but who can say? Nice little challenging spiky pillar navigation bit here. Oof. Oh god, ah! Damn it. We were getting so close to doing that without taking a hit. At least they only... That's pretty forgiving they don't. I was honestly fearing that they would be one-hit deaths, those. So glad they're not that. Nice. Yeah, so if I just pop down... Oh no, I'm gonna have to actively force myself to turn this game off, when we have to finish. I just want to keep playing it, though. Can you blame me? And yeah, I'm so sorry everyone who's wanted Rim Fit back. I swear one day. I did get quite annoyed about that yesterday too. I don't know where the leg strap is. I don't... Oh, it should just be in the same point in my room. It's always been in. Oh, no worries at all, Asma. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much. I will try... I'll pop by and say hello at the very least, Asma. I don't know how much I can tune in. Because as I say, I am meant to be playing Jackbox with friends, like via Discord streaming. In like half an hour or so, but I could probably still like pop in and put your audio on quickly, I would hope. Oh god, how do we... Oh, I see. Go this way. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's such a thing on this of like, you know, wow. Oh, that was dreadful. That was a dreadful run, but we've got the health meter to take that many hits, thankfully. Just got hit by every spike on the way there. Oh, we are best ninja. We are good ninja man bloke. We truly are. Yeah, I'll just keep going forward in this level for a bit. Before we have to call it in a few minutes. Oh, thank God. Oh, a bit precarious, isn't it? I hope those ghost ladies don't mind us. I mean, I don't know how much we're killing them in their ghostly state, but they don't mind us quick sword slash their way so we can move forward a bit. Sorry, miss. Question, if you bought a game on Steam... Yes, absolutely, Jerry. The only limitation I don't know if they need you to be online on your seconds. I think Steam are quite forgiving on that, though. I don't think it's like you have to always be online if the computer's not your primary account. That might be the only thing. You might have to be online on the second one. I don't know, though. Steam are they seem quite forgiving on things like that, so... I would think you'd probably be okay, Jerry. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Oh, I need that after some of our deaths on this stream today, particularly one that I'm sure is coming to mind. No, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Asma. Later. So hopefully I can tune into Asma, like even if only in bits. I want to see him do his tier list. Oh, Pike built up to that by now. Yeah, how do we get the other side there? That's interesting. Oh, no. Oh, okay, no. I thought there was, like, something down there. There isn't. Yeah. I know, right? I mean, he said he was doing stuff with his, Ow, God. He said he was doing stuff with his, OBS overlay as well. He has, like... some of the best stream overlays. I love how he tends to have like an animated background and whatnot, but not like a really in your face. It's just sort of like clouds going past or something like that he'll have. He does it really nicely. Fair play to him. Ooh, that looks like Zelda a little bit, doesn't it? In the background there. Oh, thank you. It's alright. That wasn't. I please believe me, I didn't mean that as like. I wish someone would compliment my overlay. It wasn't meant as that, but thank you. There's probably still more I could do to tweak it. Like I'll probably do more adjustments to it in the future, but it's pretty simple. I'm not a graphic designer at all by any means, but I've tried to lay it out all alright and make it very Donkey Kong-y as well. But no, thank you. As I say, I swear that wasn't me fishing for that. Please believe me when I say that. Yeah, that's, I love how much he's embraced the asthma aesthetic on his streams. It's so funny. He's done it so well, bless him. Yeah, it's not much. Oh god. Not much more left of this level that we haven't done already. Oh god, yeah, we're doing pretty well for money by this point. I wonder if that is the only thing you can use them for at this point. Like, we've got every upgrade now, so... Is it really only just... oh god. Just for buying more hints, I guess. Yeah, this has been... Actually, this has kind of played out more like just going through a straightforward level. All this... Oh. It's quite cool. Ah. Oh man, this feels so precarious just using the ghost ladies as sprint platforms. It's clever, but oh man, it's... Oh look, Jittery! Back! Look! Oh, I'm so glad I kept playing longer than I should be, actually, but... Look! It's little Phoebekin. Oh. Oh, thank you, Jeff! Oh, what a sweet thing to say, thank you. Oh, bless you, bro. Oh, I appreciate that, thank you. I hope I didn't come across as overlay insecurity. I'm just genuinely very impressed by Asper's ones, so yeah, little Phoebekin. Little Acro. Yeah, how did they end up this far into a cloud fortress on this solitary platform? I should really get back to my workstation. Oh. There we are. Oh, worth it. That's our greatest accomplishment this stream. And possibly in my lifetime while we're at it, yeah. Saving that little one. Yeah, I keep thinking of that. Yeah, the little Mega Man. Is that what they're... I always forget what they're called. I know they're Met something. Yeah, the little Mega Man cute hard hat enemies. Yeah, that was inevitable, really. That hasn't... No, it set us back a little way. Not too bad. Yeah, no, I do really have to stop in a minute. I really don't want to be having food too late. As I say, I'm going on to Jackbox fairly soon. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and thank you so much again for the rage. I really appreciate that. As I say, hopefully I'll be able to tune into you on FF9 on your next stream on it, man. And yeah, as I say, we'll pick this up again tomorrow afternoon. Probably a couple more streams should do this. I mean, maybe one more will do it, I don't know, but... it's a bit hard to gauge how long it'll take at this point. Oh, thank God. Oh, no! Oh, thank God. Oh, no! I take that back, I don't thank God. Oh, oh no, that's... Oh wow, this is quite a long bit we gotta do in one go. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you both. Ah. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, well, the buddy, I can't really... Like, I came up with the buddy idea in terms of, like, having a little figurine or similar on stream, but... I think it was Kasai who was like, no, I want a sprite of me on there. And I think that's what started the, having the JPEGs or picture files there. It's just, That's going to be fun looking back on some of these streams and being like, what? What is that thing that someone requested? And why? I'm sure I'll forget why I had a washing line full of garlic cheese if I ever revisit this stream years down the line. I will be wondering what that is. That'll be quite fun, frankly. But yeah, oh, thank you guys so much. Very sweet remarks from you all there. Phoebe Kid too, yeah. Yeah, I hope to God we can rescue that lava one next stream. I said that we would be able to this stream, but I said we either need to wait to get past the lava, or we just need to I guess go into that area from the other direction, maybe. There we are. Get all of those that we can. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have more money than we know what to do with that. Oh, so we've done like the whole Cloud Ruins. Oh, so there's like another. Oh, so we probably have to backtrack through here now. Well, not backtrack, but I mean that clue seems a bit more obvious than most. Like Streams of Emerald. I think I know what that's referring to. Maybe I'll try and figure that out in between streams. But yeah, okay, let's finally call this. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's go, we'll give Lee a quick raid. I'll have to go straight away, unfortunately. Yeah, let's, give Lee some company on there faster than mine, shall we? Raid message. Raid message. Left my garlic out to dry. I guess. Have it involve garlic somehow, and maybe cheese as well if you can. One or two. But yeah, thanks so much everyone. I don't know if I'll be on Twitch much tonight after. I'm trying to say hello when I can here and there. Oh, Cheap Chicken's on as well, nice. Hop over to her as well if you can. But yeah, thank you so much everyone. All the best. And oh, it's oh, hello, Idolist. Oh, thank you for having popped in. Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you in turn. So I enjoyed watching you play Yakuza the other day. Still, I enjoyed our Yakuza chat as well. I've only done Zero and Kiwami, but I do love that series. I do want to play more. But yeah, no worries at all. Thank you. That's still very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're on this. I love that Bua boat as well. That's amazing. Yeah, so I should be on this again tomorrow afternoon British summer time, maybe with a 4 PM start. We'll play it by ear. For the love of God, don't plan your day around that, because I have an impulsive creature who doesn't always stick to schedule. But yeah, hopefully on this again tomorrow afternoon. Thank you so much, everyone. All the best. In a bit.